Hello, how are we all doing? Just letting a few more people come in and we will do some audio checks. Just waiting for confirmation from my sound engineer and floor manager, don't you know? Hello everybody, how are we doing? Just letting a few people come in and then we'll get straight on with it. Obviously the main news of the day, I think we all know, is going to be Iran. There's not much else going on. Well, there is little bits and pieces, but I think this is the main story of the day. Right. So I'm just going to get a few things together, finish setting up, and we'll just wait for people to come in. Hello, everybody. Go and grab the, get your kettle on or whatever it is that you drink, if you have a stiff one. Right then, Claire, are you there, lol, says Jan. There she is, there's Claire Bear. We've got Nikki, hello darling. Sorry, we're going at 9 o'clock tonight. It's just a bit easier to go a bit later because the dog's already had what he needs to do, and it's just I'm less likely to get disturbed. But who famous last words. Hi Stephen, hello Bridget Blaine, how are you doing, darling? Right. I'm literally it's so quickly, the news is changing so quickly that I'm having to literally like check it constantly because there's so many things going on. Now, the main thing is we're going to be talking about obviously is Iran, because it hasn't stopped. If it was just yesterday, apparently we sound good, so that's good then. We have confirmation the audio is good. Whew. Right then, okay. Hang on a minute. Just grabbing one last story up and then we will go ahead with the show. So as we speak, there are more bombardments going into Israel now. Hi Lee, how you doing? Hi Linda. If I've missed you, apologies. Hello. Now, what happened yesterday morning was just with Iran. Obviously, I couldn't cover it last night because I was out till quite late and it was just I was too tired when I got home. I've been putting little bits up. Guys, if you want to follow what's going on, I am covering this situation, this escalating situation in the Middle East on my community tab. So the YouTube have made it so that your community tab can be more like a Twitter feed now. So you can just, you know, it goes up on people's home pages more. So I'm going to be using my community tab a lot more, and I'll probably open up my community as well so that you guys can post as well. So just to let you know, so as we speak, missiles are coming into Tel Aviv. Apparently Tel Aviv is in tatters. So let me just get this articles up now. Cluster bombs, ballistic missiles. We've had Iran have also gone for the huge aircraft carrier, the US Air Force Lincoln as well, the huge ship that's got all the those on. They've gone for that today. Gosh, there's just so much going on. I'll get a show together. I'll get a show ready. And then another like 2 or 3 things happen. So we're going to start from where I was going to start anyway. So as you know, the Ayatollah is dead. Now I did post this yesterday, about 12 hours before it was confirmed. And it turned out I was right. But I did say unconfirmed reports. So, but this is now confirmed by Iran and President Trump. Now, I want to show you this because this tickled me. I don't know whether this is Iran state television here. Okay, it's not very. Let me just make it a bit bigger. No, it's not working. Apologies. Okay. So this is Iran state television, and this guy is the anchor, and he's telling everybody that the Ayatollah is dead. I can't make it any bigger. I'm doing my best here. It's just not working, is it? Let's try it this way. This is the best way to do it, I think. And his job to tell everybody that he's dead. Now let's have a listen to what he says.
إنا لله
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. Let's make it bigger. Let's listen to that again, folks. I can't make it bigger, guys. I'm sorry. It won't let me. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this guy does not look like he's crying for this. Is he laughing or crying, this person says? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section or in the replay in the comment section. We've got the replay crew. Honestly, I think he's laughing. I think he's really, really happy. Now, this Ayatollah, the things that he has done to his people, and I've told you this story before, but I'll tell you again for those of you who may not have heard it before. When I had one of my tattoos done a few years ago, it was by a young Iranian man, a lovely guy, and he, as he was doing my tattoo, he was telling me how he came from Iran, how his family were staunch royalists, how back then, this was about 4 years ago, back then what you seen on the news wasn't, you know, we didn't realise how bad it was. We do now, but we didn't back then. And he said that he went to Thailand to learn he's tattooed in Thailand, and he's tattooed in all these different places in Europe. But when he goes back home, he's not allowed to be a tattooist. If you tattoo, you are seen as basically the devil, and he will be put to death. And he was telling me how women have started taking the hijabs off, and they're starting to have their eyebrows tattooed, so they can't make them scrub it off. He was telling me how there was a group of 20 young people at the bus station before he left, and they were out after a certain time, and there was females there, and they were all just shot dead by the guard. He said so his family saved up all their money and put him on an aeroplane. He ended up going to Brazil, Mexico, and it was coming here, but he was going via all these other countries. And he came in and he landed in Heathrow, and he just said, I'm here to claim asylum. I'm from Iran. And they took him in, and they said that they were... they put him through all these tests and all that. He was explaining it to me from the other side. We don't hear about this. We only hear about the boat people. And he said that they had to have a psychological assessment. He said there was people also in this detention centre with him who were complete nutters. And they would tell him how to pass these psychological tests. He says, and it was really scary to think that these people were going to pass, and they did pass. Anyway, he passed. He was given a place at York University, and he was allowed to study and do his tattooing. Now, he was a really nice guy. This was a Persian man, really nice, completely spoke perfect English, worked, studied, and I said to him, I said, we're the sort of people that I've got no problem coming over. Obviously, we are extremely full. So we need to ship a load out that not speaking English, worship the Quran, and don't have any values of Western society. So this guy was explaining it all to me, and I found it really interesting. So now all this is coming out now. We've now got this huge... how can I put it? There's now this because they hate Trump, okay? The left hate Trump. So it doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. They hate Trump, even though the Iranian people, the Persian people, are telling them that they want this horrible regime gone. They cannot agree with that. So there's a massive protest. And I'm even getting people contacting me saying, you know, should we be going against what they're doing and support the regime and all this stuff? And I'm saying no. I don't care if I'm going against anybody who I, you know, people don't want me to. This regime was pure evil. They were cutting out women's eyes. If they had makeup on, they were cutting out their eyes. It's just shocking. Is he making another statement now, is he, Jan? I'll try and grab it now. So, yeah, I'm supposed... I bet he has. No one is getting shipped out, says Ginger Ali. Well... we'll have to wait and see, won't we? That's all it can do. Yeah, I'm going to cover that as well in a moment. I've got some video from there. So there's quite a lot going on. Now, at the moment, Israel is being hit like crazy. As we speak tonight, Tel Aviv is being hit like crazy. I'm going to get some footage up for you in a moment. Now, Iran, this is the worrying thing, you see. This is, in my opinion, the last attempts of any, you know, they're a dying regime. There's not much left at all of them. Does anyone know which channel Trump is on? Right, apparently we have also said as well tonight that we will support them, America. It's about bloody time as well. It really is about bloody time. Right, so let me just grab this up now. We've got lots and lots and lots of stuff here coming out. Live or just recently recorded videos coming out from Tel Aviv. They've been hit by cluster bombs as well, which is just so scary. We just get this feed up on Twitter so I can show you. This is sort of what's happening at the moment. We put the audio on. This 10 Israel missiles failed to stop one Iranian missile. Yeah, Tel Aviv is burning tonight, folks. They've got through a lot. They've literally bombarded them. And the Lincoln, the ship, has also been attacked. But I'm pretty certain that the anti-air missiles took it out. But this is all what's going on. There's another one here. Let's see what this video is like, if it's any good. So there is a little bit of other news. Look at this. They're getting through, look. This is Tel Aviv. It's so scary what these people are going through. It's terrifying. But there was somebody talking yesterday saying that in Iran, the people are even on the roof because they know the Americans won't hurt them. So they're actually on the roof watching the bombs come down. That's how much they've been wanting this. So apparently old Keir Starmer's come out now and he's just saying we have at least 200,000 British citizens in the Middle East region. So they're trying to help them. Hi Amethyst, how you doing, darling? Hello Terry Knowles Band again. I think a lot of us have got people in Dubai and Abu Dhabi and so on, but they've bombed 11 countries, 11 in the Middle East. It's just absolutely insane to me that they've done this. They're just going for anywhere. They've even gone for Cyprus. I'm not sure whether you guys are aware. They've actually gone for Cyprus. So I just want to get this one story up first of all. Like I say, there's so much going on. It's changing so fast. But I want to get this guy's story up here. It's a 4-minute video, but I do think it's really important to listen to. He is an Iranian and he's telling his side of what he's witnessed. Wrong one. My apologies. Let's have a listen and then I'll get on to... There is some other news. My worry is that while this is going on, no one's talking about the Epstein files. That is a concern of mine. So this is a spine surgeon. Let's have a listen to what he's got to say. It's very interesting.
This message is for all of those out there who have become the so-called Iran experts now.
This is these black-pilled people that they go from the blue pill to the red pill, right? And then they go further and they think that everything, even the red pill stuff, is a psyop. The thing is, you can send yourself insane, and this is the thing. Not every little thing is a conspiracy. There's most of the things they tell us is lies, okay? But not every little thing is a conspiracy. Not everything. And I don't believe that what's happening now is anything other than what's got to be done. I do get a bit suspicious of the timing because of obviously all this egg stain stuff. But we're going to do an egg stain show next week on The Curious Bunny. I'm not sure, it might be tomorrow night. Another deep dive, because it just gets murkier and murkier. But for now, let's listen to this spinal surgeon.
Tucker Carlson's, Anna Kasparian, Cenk Unger, who all of a sudden you think you know everything. You actually know nothing. You actually speak completely as an ignorant fools. Did you grow up in Iran during the Shah? No, I did. And so did many others. Did you grow up in Iran after the revolution when this Islamic totalitarian regime took over and live under that regime for almost a decade? No, I did. I lived there till 1986. Did you have your dad get jailed because he refused to go with political corruption and religious persecution? No, I did. Did you have your mom get shot because she stuck her head out of the window without the hijab and almost got shot? No, I did. There are countless other Iranians, patriots, who have experienced the same thing. We lived through before and after. We know what it happens. And for you to all be blabbing your mouth, thinking what is right for Iran, you know nothing. It's not Israel. It's not the United States who's pushing for regime change. It's the 80 million people who've been captured by this brutal, menacing, evil regime that has taken us hostage, murdered so many people. And Anna, you living your freedom and thinking it's the same. You have not been whiplashed like my wife did. You have not been thrown acid on your face when countless women have. You have not had your eye taken out for showing makeup. None of you have gone through, experienced anything close to this. And for you to say regime change is a bad idea, who the hell are you to be talking about this? The people want the regime change. We just want help. As Reza Pahlavi said, there's only so long we can hold the Alamo. 12,000 people dead, probably more, and counting. Over 10,000 plus arrested, about to get executed, and counting. Okay, we need the cavalry, we need the help, okay? This regime only understands one thing: brutal force. The time is now. The people want the regime change. The people have spoken. You know nothing about Pahlavi. You haven't followed him at all for the last 4 decades. You're all opportunistic who now making your fame because you think you're the sole expert. You only care about yourselves. Shame on you guys, and shame on you, Tucker, for basically going on the platform, and the Iranian regime is now showing your platform. Shame on you for fostering their propaganda and perpetrating their propaganda. You are the reason why people are getting murdered because of your nonsense. So I suggest to all of you, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. And Ken Martin of the DNC, really comparing the Trump administration to the Iranian regime with your tweet? Seriously? Do you have any moral, even an ounce of moral and dignity? You're such an insult.
There's a minute left. I'm going to finish it. This is the sort of stories that I'm hearing when I speak to Iranian people. If we've got any Iranians here watching, obviously if you're in Iran, I'm not expecting anyone to, but if we've got anyone that's living in the UK or the US, or if you've got family there, feel free to contact me and I'd love to interview you to get your side. I understand where people are coming from. He's got like Tucker Carlson, these really, really far gone conspiracy theorists where they are right about a lot of stuff. But not every little thing is a conspiracy. These people are not all actors. I do agree that a lot of these wars are done on fake and actors. I can only go by my own experience speaking to people. And this guy is not a one-off.
To 80 million of us and my fellow patriots who've been getting murdered and getting imprisoned and tortured. Seriously? Is this how you what is the moral equivalency? This is outrageous. I suggest you think about what you wrote, and perhaps maybe if you have an ounce of decency, which I won't hold my breath, maybe you'll come back and say something. And for all of you out there, seriously, stop it. You know nothing about it. I want to thank the countless people it's too many people to name who have risen up, the social media influencers, David Harris, Hadass Levy, DC Jueno, Laura Loomer, of course, On and on I can go. There's so many of you guys. I'm sorry I'm not mentioning everybody, but I'm very thankful for standing up for the Iranian people and for you to come out with moral clarity. And to all my Iranian patriots, I see you. We all see you. We hear you. We are with you. We're going to topple this regime with help of President Trump. President Trump, thank you. We know you have the Iranian people's back. We appreciate you. We salute you. God bless you. Zan, Zendegi, Azadi, Javid Shah.
Okay, I'm just going to link that as well. So if anybody wants to go and watch that, you can. And, you know, if you've got people, if you've got friends who, you know, aren't sure what's going on, feel free to send it to them. And it's not just him, you know. I question everything. I really do. You guys know this. But I've had a couple of people saying, oh, you know, you just believe in what Trump's doing. Look, I use my own eyes and I use my own ears. And this is really happening. So there's a lot of footage I've got to show you as well. I couldn't believe what I was quite seeing yesterday. You know, the big hotel in Dubai, the world's only 7-star hotel, was bombed yesterday. We had Dubai, you know, places in Dubai that were just holiday hotspots. They were literally just hitting out at anything they could reach. That should be terrifying to anybody who thinks that we should leave this regime alone. That they're in the last attempts to try and save themselves, and they're literally bombing anything they can reach. Cyprus. You know, I'm guessing that the Americans and the Israelis didn't realise that they would do this, because they should have been protecting Qatar and Dubai and Abu Dhabi and all these places that were getting bombed to bits. They didn't protect them, which is quite concerning, really. Right then, so we'll get a couple more videos and stuff coming out of there, and then we'll move on to some other news. That I say, there is some news. There is some other news. There's not much. It seems to all be on that. I think there's one egg stain story that's in the news today, buried right at the bottom. But yeah, they're hitting the tankers as well. I expect fuel to shoot through the roof as well. Right then, so this story is about, oh, what's that? This is Tanker Wars 3, UK and US. This is this evening this has happened. Has been hit by Iran missiles as fire engulfs ship in the Strait of Hormuz, and Trump sinks 9 warships. So we're going to watch this video now. The petrol again, or gas or whatever you call it, it's just going to go through the roof, isn't it, basically? I think this is a different video it's put on now. I want to see the video of the oil tanker, right? Really, really short one. Let's watch that again. Why isn't it working? Okay.
2% inside her.
Wow, look at that. And then this one here, look, this Dubai hotel in flames. Look at this. Look at this. This is, you know, you're on holiday in Dubai. You don't expect this to happen, do you? You think you're safe. I just don't understand why the Americans and the Israelis didn't cover all this and think, right, they might lash out and start attacking anywhere that's Western, anywhere that welcomes the Western way, which Qatar, Dubai, places all across the Middle East. They've literally just gone for them. Anyone, anywhere. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Scary, isn't it? Ignore this. This is a separate story about Ian Huntley. Been doing a little bit of research into this, the Sohan murders, by the way, guys. After what I said the other day, And it looks like I was right. My gut was right. But we'll cover that on a complete different show. It'll be on one of my other channels. It'll be on Curious Bunny. Yeah, so these 3 oil tankers have been hit. So again, petrol's going to go through the roof. There's going to be a shortage. My advice, don't panic, but also maybe go and fill your car up. Just saying. Right, what are people saying in the live chat here before we move on? Andy's here. Hi Andy, I've not seen you in a while. Let me just give you a wrench. Hello V-Colt, is it? V-Bolt? Hang on a sec. V-Combolt. Welcome, welcome. I've not seen you in here before. Anyone that's new, welcome in. Madness. Sorry, Madam Medusa. I love your name. Welcome. We've got Steve as well. So if you're coming in, thanks for being here. I do appreciate you. Now, this Strait of this Hormuz, apparently the ship's stuck either side because they've closed it down now. We're going to watch Trump in a moment as well. They've closed it down and there's people stranded as well. So Iran has launched a new round of ship strikes in a brazen retaliation for US devastating Epic Fury military operation. I just want to add as well is that they don't want this to keep going on, this war. The Americans have said 4 weeks. YouTube gave me name. Ah, well, welcome. I appreciate you being here. We're just covering some news. We're going to cover Iran, but we're also going to cover anything else that, you know, going on in the UK and the US as well. Big news in the US. Mostly UK news, but we do cover a little bit as well, broad. So this Islamic Revolutionary Guard, a corps, closed the Strait of Hormuz a fortnight ago to carry out military drills. Honestly, they've got some... I don't think the Americans understood the amount of firepower that the Iranians have. They're still going. They are still going. Right. Trump also has been mentioning the US, I think there's 8 now, US service personnel has been killed as well. Another one, how Iran will unleash last-ditch blitz with subs, mines and rockets as Trump's attack to last weeks. So they have got their new person in place already. The Ayatollah have. The Iranian guards. Now this is Iran. Look how happy they are. Yeah, he died. I called it yesterday and he died. Just turn that down a bit so you can hear me. Yeah, he's telling his person who's took over surrender or face death. Thing is, he has been warning them. Trump hasn't just gone in unannounced. He's been warning them for weeks. This is Dubai Airport. Busiest airport in the world, guys. Was closed. There's that 7-star hotel. Suicide drone. Multiple people have been injured in a tourist hotspot. Look at that. You imagine you pay all that money to go to Dubai and stay in the world's only 7-star hotel. And you're struck. You know, it's these pictures that are coming out are really scary. Ignore that. That's just an ad. We can't. That's it. Get rid of that. So Iran is lashing out. Now, my worry is how far can they go? Now they've hit Cyprus, which is in Europe. Are we safe here? I hope so. My other worry is the enemy within. As I say, I've been saying this for many, many, many years. The enemy within. There's people here that hate us, that want us dead, that we just let in. Is this going to be the wake-up call for the West, that we shouldn't be letting all these people in? Probably not. Probably not. They'll probably still continue letting them come in on the channel, completely just let them do whatever the hell they want, walk in here. No papers, no history of who they are. It's absolutely terrifying. It really is. So just moving on, we've had a possible terrorist attack today. I say possible because it's looking likely that it was just get this up here. This was in Texas. There was a shooting in a bar. Now, this guy apparently had a Quran in his car. So I'm just going to get this story up now. This is probably the only story that's really hitting the news in America other than the conflict in Iran. Yeah, so we're in Texas here. Just bring that down a little bit. There we go. Right, so deadly Texas bar shooting is potentially an act of terrorism. Now, the BBC are obviously going to say that because they don't want to say it is, but it's looking extremely likely that this was an act of terrorism. He say he had a Quran in the car and he also had some Islamic flags apparently. So let's just read the story. I'm linking everything in so you can read it. I'm just going to make this bigger so you guys can see and read it yourself on the screen. So 2 people were killed and a dozen injured in a shooting outside a beer garden in Austin, Texas. In an incident the FBI says may be related to terrorism. The suspect has been identified as, oh gosh, Naiga Dayan, probably said that wrong, a naturalised American citizen born in Senegal, according to the BBC's media partner CBS. After responding to calls of an active shooter around 2 a.m. on Sunday morning near Burford's Bar in the southern US state's capital, police said they shot and killed the suspect, bringing the death toll to 3. Police have not offered a motive, not officially identified him. Of the survivors, 14 were taken to hospital, 3 are critical. Now, it said he was driving a large SUV. He put on his indicators, rolled down his window and fired a pistol, striking people on the patio and sidewalk outside the bar. He then parked in a vehicle nearby, got out with a rifle and started walking back towards the bar. 3 police officers confronted the suspect at an intersection and shot and killed him. Now, they were searched his SUV. He was not carrying explosives. However, the FBI said that there were indications in the SUV and on the suspect that suggested a nexus to terrorism. He said the investigation was in its early stages. Now, if we just pop over to the Daily, I don't like using the Daily Mail because it's just full of ads, but I'm going to have to. Sometimes we have to do these things. They've got a little bit more information. These ads are so annoying. I've got a bit of a video here as well. So they're saying he was an Islamic terrorist. The BBC don't want to admit this. And he's wearing an Iranian flag and property of Allah Hudi as he was shot dead. So there's a little video here. Let's have a look.
So you want to start a
We've got ads,
business.
guys. Ignore the
And
ads.
fancy tech skills, but you don't.
Oh, he's at a
You just
fallout,
need
isn't he?
GoDaddy Arrow.
Couldn't
I'm
think who
Walton
he was
Goggins. As an
then.
actor, I'm an expert in looking like I know what I'm
Right.
doing.
Other
GoDaddy Arrow uses AI to create everything you need to grow a business.
websites
It'll
are
make you a unique
available.
logo. It'll create
We're
a
not
custom
advertising
website. It'll write
GoDaddy.
social posts for you and even set you up with a social media calendar. GoDaddy Arrow will take your idea that sounds good and make a business that looks like you know what you're doing.
They can't even
Get
get into
started at
move his mouth.
GoDaddy.com/arrow. That's GoDaddy.com/AI.
Talk about cheap ad. Right. No, this is the scene. Why is that bloody button there? That's it. BBC won't show you this, guys. Oh my god, this is horrendous. Is it a gay bar, is it? I'm not saying it is, I'm just thinking they don't like that, do
I
they?
want to start by saying my condolences
There's police here
to
now.
those that have been touched by this. This is a tragic incident. I want to start by saying how fortunate we were. If you imagine all of the resources that APD has on East 6th Street on the weekend. And fortunately, those resources, after the bars were closing, were able to rapidly move here. Chief Lundquist will have more on that response, a co-response, but we were here rapidly due to that. This incident started with, again, that calls for a male shooting at Buford's Bar on West 6th Street. Officers immediately transitioned came over East 6th to West 6th Street and were faced with the individual with the gun, and 3 of our officers returned fire, killing the suspect. Thank you, Mayor. I want to start by saying my condolences.
It's just... So the BBC won't tell you all this, but yeah, he was a law enforcement source. They identified the shooter as this Ngagi Diane, 53, an ex-New York City resident and US citizen originally from Senegal. Here is a picture of him here. He had materials that were indications of a potential nexus to terrorism. He was wearing a shirt that read "Property of Allah," according to Fox News. So again, the BBC won't tell you this. You have to go to the American websites for any actual real news. Now, he was wearing an undershirt or t-shirt that had an Iranian flag or Iranian representations on it. When I say Iranian, I don't mean the Persian flag. I'm pretty sure they mean the Islamic regime flag. He also has a history of arrests in Texas and is believed to have lived in New York City from 2000 to 2008. The horror unfolded at Burford's Bar on West 6th Street in Austin's Entertainment District. Property of Allah. There you go. Well, you are now, aren't you? Hey? You are now. Just awful. Awful. Oh. Right, so police officers were trying to obviously save people. Total of 16 people were shot in the spree. So obviously we'll keep an eye on that. It says the potential link comes as the shooting took place just hours after the US led strikes against Iran, which officials warned heightened the threat that a terror cell would retaliate. Now, apparently, in the UK, we've possibly been moved up the terror threat level again, which we should have been done by now anyway. So, President Trump has been briefed on the shooting, says Caroline Levitt, and said in a statement that he has spoken with several Middle Eastern leaders on Sunday. So, it does look like it's all linked. We don't know for definite, but it does look likely. Right, what are people saying in the live chat? Let's get into the chat. Why can I only see the last few comments? Oh, hang on a minute. I can go back now. It's all changed. Right. So I'm just having a quick look back through the comments here. Yeah, the world would be a better place. But then when you think about it, the Christian religion, the 10 Commandments, if everyone just lived by the 10 Commandments, we'd be okay. Hello, lovely Jubbly. How are you doing? Hi, Saskia's here as well. Just going through what people... Yeah, Nikki's spot on. Now the Green Party has condemned America, and it's insane. I was saying this at the beginning, Nikki, love. They will literally side with anybody. It's like they had the Ukraine flags, they had the Venezuelan flags, and now the Persian Iranians need help. But no, we have to see them arguing. They were actually in the streets waving the Iranian regime flag. It's just absolutely insane. It really is insane. Right, let me just try and get Trump's speech up. Just see if I can get hold of it. I don't know whether it's going to be on Twitter. That's where I get most of my news now. I'm hoping it'll be posted to his Twitter because I'm not on Truth Social. Right. No, it's not on his Twitter. It's not on his main Twitter anyway. His last speech was yesterday. So I'm looking for his new speech. If anyone's got a link to it, let me know. So he say it's just happened, has it? Let's try and get it up. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking in the live chat. Do you support this war? 6 minutes ago. Right, full speech. Here we go. I don't know how long it's going to last. Video unavailable. You cannot watch this in your country. Oh, gosh. All right, someone's posted it here. Hold on. Let's see what Trump's got to say. I'm going to get it up now.
Have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities, Iranian air defense systems. Just now it was announced that we knocked out 9 ships plus their naval building, all in a matter of literally minutes. Iran's formerly supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, is dead. This wretched and vile man had the blood of hundreds and even thousands of Americans on his hands and was responsible for the slaughter of countless thousands of innocent people all across many countries. Last night, all over Iran, the voices of the Iranian people could be heard cheering and celebrating in the streets when his death was announced. The entire military command is gone as well, and many of them want to surrender into saving their lives. They want immunity. They're calling back.
I just want to say as well, if what he's saying is correct, and again, I'm not affiliated with anybody. I question everything. I agree with what Trump's doing, and Israel have done a lot of this themselves, you know. If what he's saying is correct, okay, and they've taken him out and his deputy and his leaders, who the hell is doing all these bombs? There must still be a load of them left, because they're literally doing anything they can. They're using every single weapon. And someone commented this earlier on something I was watching, and it was a good point. The Chinese, the CCP, sold the majority of the weapons that they're using in Iran was sold to them by the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, and they were promised that they could use these as defence, you know, and it hasn't worked, has it? It literally didn't stop anything. So I bet they're annoyed. But the stories that I'm hearing out of Iran, that the people are literally starving on the streets, and they have so much money in that country. They're an oil-rich country. It's all spent on themselves, on, you know, building nuclear. That's what. Can you imagine if this country had nuclear? Can you just imagine? We'd all be wiped off the map. The fact that they're going for Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, the Emirates, Emirates International Airport, they're just going for anything that they can reach. If they could reach us, they would be doing that to us right now in Europe. If they could reach. The fact they can reach Cyprus is very concerning. But if what is Trump saying is right, if that's correct, who is still firing? Now, apparently he's been talking to them today. He has been talking to them. He's told them. He's actually had contact with them. You know, the new person who's took over, you know, stand down and we won't kill you. But they haven't, so they're carrying on with it. And just to add as well, the RAF have been involved today. They took out an Iranian drone heading towards Qatari territory. So we are involved now, not even indirectly. We are directly involved in the UK, as we should be, because I don't want war, but we should be working with America. America are our biggest allies. We need America, and we should always stand with them, in my opinion. Unless they're going around starting wars the way that the Bush did and Obama and all that. But what Trump is doing, he has been warning them for a long time to stop killing your people. And they continued. And the Iranian people have been screaming and crying out for this to happen. It's not like we're going in there and we're attacking the people of Iran and overthrowing a democratically elected leader. So I do believe that this is the right move, though obviously we don't want war anywhere.
Combat operations continue at this time in full force, and they will continue until all of our objectives are achieved. We have very strong objectives. They could have done something 2 weeks ago, but they just couldn't get there. Earlier today, CENTCOM shared the news that 3 U.S. military service members have been killed in action. As one nation, we grieve for the true American patriots who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our nation, even as we continue the righteous mission for which they gave their lives. We pray for the full recovery of the wounded and send our immense love and eternal gratitude to the families of the fallen. And sadly, there will likely be more. Before it ends, that's the way it is, likely be more, but we'll do everything possible where that won't be the case. But America will avenge their deaths and deliver the most punishing blow to the terrorists who have waged war against basically civilization. They have waged war against civilization itself. Our resolve, and likewise that of Israel, has never been stronger. America is now, again, the richest, most powerful nation in the world by far. But the only reason we enjoy the quality of life that we do and the freedom and security is we have done things that others are unable to do. But it's because of warriors who are willing to lay down their lives to do battle with our enemies. And they do battle better than anybody.
I'm just going to drop him down a little bit because a lot of what he says is waffle. I just want to say that Starmer has finally agreed to let America use their bases. So, yeah, I know he does.
Allow them to extort.
Obviously, I'm going to go back to Trump in a sec, but I do know he just talk a lot and go around in circles. So I just wanted to add that in. That's just come in now. They are not going to join the offensive. They're not going to help America, but they're now letting them use the bases. Too little, too late, in my opinion. Trump will not forget that.
There's never been a military like we possess, and
Hi,
frankly,
Paula.
there's
Hi,
nobody
Jane.
even close. But we are now using that military for good. We want to have it for good purpose. We're undertaking this massive operation not merely to ensure security for our own time and place, but for our children and their children, just as our ancestors have done for us many, many years ago. This is the duty and the burden of a free people. These actions are right and they are necessary to ensure that Americans will never have to face a radical, bloodthirsty terrorist regime armed with nuclear weapons and lots of threats. For almost 50 years, these wicked extremists have been attacking the United States while chanting the slogan, "Death to America" or "Death to Israel," or both. They are the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. We are the world's greatest and most powerful nation, so we can do something about what they do. These intolerable threats will not continue any longer. I once again urge the Revolutionary Guard, the Iranian military, police, to lay down your arms and receive full immunity or face certain death. It will be certain death. Won't be pretty. I call upon all Iranian patriots who yearn for freedom to seize this moment, to be brave, be bold, be heroic, and take back your country. America is with you. I made a promise to you, and I fulfilled that promise. The rest will be up to you, but we'll be there to help. Thank you. God bless you to our incredible warriors, and God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
I'm actually really ashamed of how... Oh, hang on a minute. Georgie, come here, sweetheart. You're lying on my cable. Okay. George is lying next to me. He is the channel's mascot, official mascot, though we do also have Gizmo, but who's busy snoozing somewhere. Our official mascot is lying next to me here. Hello, Paula. How are you doing, my lovely? Hello, Jane. Welcoming anyone that's coming in, guys. If you're too scared to type, Feel free, you can. We have memberships as well. They're only 99p if anybody wants to join. It all helps, it really does, on the running of everything. It really does help. So that was what President Trump has just been saying. As I say, there was a lot of, you know, as President Trump does. He does a lot of that. But we got little pieces out of there. You know, he said it's going to carry on. They have tried to give them they've said, look, surrender and we won't kill you. I don't think they're going to listen. I think they're just going to keep going. Now, again, I am deeply concerned about the enemy within in this country and across Europe and the West, and also in the US. Though the US are nothing like here, they don't just let anybody in. It's concerning. Now, they are literally, if they're doing everything they can to take out the UK and America, if they are literally, you know, bombing anything they can get to, they can reach, what are they going to do when they activate their people? Because that's what they can do. They can literally just say, right, okay, now it's time, do it. And this is really, 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 really concerning. So as I just said, that was the breaking news that's just come in. So I'm just going to bring you this, and then we're going to watch a couple more videos, and then I'm going to move on to other news. Obviously, if anything big happens, I'll let you know. Right, let's just get this up now. But Starmer has apparently come out and said that the US can use our bases, but we're not going to be directly involved. I'm not even going to press play on that, okay? Because I can't put you through that. But what he's saying is that he's joining it, as in he's allowing the bases, but I can't subject you to that. I don't even know what he is. I don't even think he's a robot anymore. I don't know what he is. I've never known anybody other than Keir Starmer have absolutely nothing there. I can't even hate him. There's nothing to hate. There's a nothingness. This man spent time in Czechoslovakia learning how to run concentration camps. That's what he did. He worked with the communists. He should never have been allowed to be anywhere near Parliament, let alone the leader of the opposition, and then to become Prime Minister in this country. It's deeply concerning. And for those people that talk about they want people deported who were born here because they're not the right colour, I'll say this to you. I know many people that aren't white that love this country. And that man right there, he's white. And he is a major danger to this country. Look at his hands. He's trying to copy Blair. Blair did all that. Pathetic. Anyway, they've come out and said that they've indicated it could join attacks, but it hasn't. In a joint statement, can you see what he's done there again? He won't come out and say anything on his own. He's got nothing about him. He's waited for the Germans and the French to come out, and he's done a joint statement. Honestly, I've never known. Even if you absolutely hate a politician because you don't agree with them, like Angela Rayner, I can't stand her. I don't agree with her politics, but even she at least has anyone that will stand by their conviction. I've got more respect for than someone like him who's trying to appease the left, appease the right, appease Trump, appease Europe, and he's literally stands for nothing. There's nothingness there. He's just a nothing. He just speaks, and even he can't do that properly. Leaders of the trio, known as the E3. Let's not forget the coalition of the Willies as well. That is just bonkers. But anyway, I just couldn't help but think of that. Released a joint statement. So he won't do anything on his own. They will take steps to defend their national interests against Iran's indiscriminate and disproportionate missile attacks. Yeah, why attack Kuwait? Why attack Dubai? just because there's Westerners on holiday, it's bonkers, isn't it? They're appalled by the indiscriminate and disproportionate missile attacks launched by Iran in the region, including those who were not involved in the initial US and military operations. Iran's reckless attacks have targeted our close allies and are threatening our service personnel and our civilians across the region. Yeah, well, when they went for the Cyprus base we've got there, that was an immediate attack on us. I've had people saying, well, why have we got a base in Cyprus? It's not our country. That's how the world works. You have military bases all over the world, and they have theirs here, and it's just how things work. So he's finally agreed to work with the US, but again, he wouldn't do it without his, his mates. He just wouldn't. Oh, yeah. Look at this, guys, as well. So we're going to be moving on, right? If anything comes in or any new footage comes in, I'll show you. A lot of the footage that I'm getting, I will upload separately. Okay. Yeah, I can't stand Angela Rayner, or, I tell you who else is like it as well. That Andy Burnham, he's another one. He will literally support, he's the same as Keir Starmer. He was been a Corbynite, he's been a Blairite. Both Labour, both complete opposite ends of the spectrum, and he'll do anything he can. Hello, Rebecca. Welcome to the new people coming in. If you find me from shorts and from my posts that I'm going to continue putting out, I would love President Trump to invade the UK and make us the 51st state, give us our guns back, get rid of the royal family. And I didn't think I'd ever say that, but that's how much this country is depressing right now. So we're going to move on to some other news now. Yeah, I know, it's true that. Then we do still have some jets and stuff, don't we? Not too bad, thanks, Penny. Living life as best I can with the atrocious state of our country, says Paula. I know, it's horrible, isn't it? Do we have any Americans in? Everyone hates him, don't they, Amethyst? Dalek Starmer. Right. Somebody here comes in. Hello, welcome. And they are called Anomaly Research Labs. They ask this question: what do you think the best way to fight back against age verification is? A VPN. Okay. Hi, Tamsin, you okay? Yeah, I wouldn't put you through that, love. Obviously VPN, which they're trying to ban now as well. They'll do anything. If you've got a VPN, I would, if you want a site that requires age verification, stick yourself in a country that doesn't. So change it to the US. That's what I usually do. If there's something I don't want to be tracked on, or if I'm using, like, YouTube has got certain features that aren't available anywhere else apart from the US for free. And sometimes I'll switch to the US. I never go online without my VPN on. Even if it's in the UK, never ever go online without a VPN on. I don't suppose we need to wait and see what they're going to do. So far, the VPNs work. They're trying to ban them, but they haven't managed to. So all we can do is play it by ear and see what comes along. But my advice is get a VPN. I use Nord. I don't do ads for any company whatsoever. The only time I would ever do an ad on this channel, on any of my channels, would be for something that I wouldn't want paying for it at all. I would do an ad if they gave me something, not monetary though, and I would have to use it. I'd have to use it already, so don't think I'm working for Nord or getting paid or anything like that. But yeah, I use Nord. I have used ExpressVPN. I found it really, really slow. Nord it's just faster than any of the others, and I need fast for when I'm streaming. So that's what I use. But that's my advice, is use a VPN. Right then, hello everybody, how are we all doing? If you're new and you're thinking, why is everybody blue? Regulars get given a blue wrench or shield or whatever it is these days. Once you become a regular, I'll make you blue, and it just means you can post links, really. It means you can post links. It means I can read your messages better because you're brighter for me, for my eyes. But yeah, so don't be, if you're not blue and you're thinking, oh my God, this is daunting, please don't be, okay? Just come on in. We're very welcoming. Even the lefties, everyone is welcoming. Rebecca says, Blair is why the UK is in the situation now. That weasel took a deal to allow open borders and mass immigration. I actually don't think it was he took a deal. It was his plan all along. I've done a lot of research into the Fabian Society, Rebecca, on my other channel, The Curious Bunny, and they are literally who started the Labour Party. Hi, Jimmy. How you doing, mate? I've heard about the Fieldgate, but I've not seen it. I'm going to be covering that, lovely jubbly, on The Curious Bunny. I've not had a chance to make a video yet, but trust me, I'm on it. Yeah, I'm on it. Okay, so this is another strange one. So do you remember a few months ago there was that lady who plunged to her death doing a skydive, and the person that she did it with was an experienced skydive instructor. Really bizarre. And something fell off with it. I don't think I really covered it much because it was you know, she was a mum and it was really sensitive, and I didn't want to say too much because I wasn't sure, but my gut told me something was wrong. There was this lady and her boyfriend, who was not the father of her kids, her boyfriend. He had paid for her to go on this skydive as like this once in a lifetime thing. I think it was for a birthday, and he upgraded her to a higher one as a surprise. Yeah. And the person who was doing it, the teacher, he'd been doing it for 20 odd years. He'd been in the military before that. He knew exactly what he was doing, and they both, something happened to the cord or something, and that made me very suspicious. Now another one, a skydiver's just become the third to die at an airfield, the same airfield, in 9 months. Is there a serial killer at the same place? 49-year-old was sadly pronounced dead yesterday at Dunkswell Aerodrome in Devon. It's awful. So I just find this really bizarre. His death marks the third at the airfield in the past 9 months after another tragedy in June last year. This is what I was just talking about. Mum of four Belinda Taylor and instructor Adam Harrison lost their lives when a parachute failed to open. The pair fell 15,000 feet during a tandem jump and were both pronounced dead at the scene. Now, the operator, Skydive Southwest, which operates out of Dunksville, has claimed the 49-year-old was an experienced and a licensed skydiver. What's going on, guys? What's going on at that airfield? He was also a wingsuit coach with over 10,000 jumps on his record. A witness claimed on social media that he had missed his landing area. So I don't know, something's off, isn't it? I think this might require a deeper dive. I don't really know. Anyway, I thought that was worth mentioning because there's quite a lot of news coming in. Yeah, Rebecca, if you're anything like us lot here, we question everything. We really do. Lee says he once saw a bungee jumper jump off a bridge and they didn't attach the bungees. Oh my God. Yeah, poor soul, R.I.P. It's really sad, isn't it, that somebody else has lost their lives. Sorry, what happened to the woman who went for a run, Penny? Covered the first part unless I missed it. The woman who went for a run. I'm lost. But my short-term memory isn't great. Remind me, darling. Russell Brand had links to the Fabian Society. Really? Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought he was more for a Freemasonic. I'm going to investigate that. Have you got anything? If you've got anything, drop me an email. But yeah, exactly. Who's packing the parachute? Something's off, isn't it? Something is off. I think I know him. He used to come in here all the time, if it's the one I'm thinking of. So, yeah. Very, very, very strange, that one. And it was something that just caught my eye. Look at this guy. We're sort of semi going back to the Iran war here because obviously it's the biggest thing that's going on at the moment. But this is interesting. You're gonna see a lot of ads because it's a daily fail, but there's not much I can do about it. But just look at this. Interesting stuff. A fury swirls over mystery betting account which made $500,000 on Iranian drone strikes. This caught my eye, guys. Now, this is a US senior news reporter writing for the Daily Mail. Skeptics have expressed fury at an online gambler who got lucky and earned nearly $500,000 betting on when the US would strike Iran. Polymarket user at MAGA My Man has made more than $637,000 in the past 30 days after placing bets on a series of politically charged issues. The mystery better's biggest win came on Saturday when they profited by 82.73% betting that the US would attack Iran by February the 28th. The user made more than 195,198 betting on movements in Iran, prompting social media users to accuse them of insider trading, despite providing no substantial evidence. Maybe it's a time traveller, who knows, and he's come back. You know, where you see it in the movies and they go back and bet on stuff. I'm only joking, but you never know, do you? I doubt it, but you never know. Furious ex-users have called for more transparency and urged Polymarket, which resumed operations in the US this year, to ban any betting that would affect national security. I kind of agree with that. Some argued there needs to be oversight on online betting sites, with others highlighting how MAGA My Man's success raises serious concerns about insider trading. However, others rushed to Polymarket users' defence, claiming it was clear the US would attack soon, with one user admitting they too gambled on the attack on Friday after the US ambassador in Israel ordered evacuations. It should be noted that MAGA My Man, whoever you are out there, well done, has placed and won several bets on political situations in the Middle East, including when Israel would strike Iran. So there you go. I'm presuming that he's just posted this on himself on X, which is a bit weird. Look at this. Yeah, something very dodgy is going on here, isn't it? Very strange. It just breaks my heart about the people in Iran. I just hope they haven't been hurt. It's worrying, you know. I just hope to God that the people of Iran are safe. Right, what are people saying here in the live chat? I can scroll back now. It's great. Project Looking Glass, you will like that. I've seen that one before, darling. Are you on the? Are you subscribed to the Curious Bunny, aren't you? Trump alt account. Good one. 6 planets aligned Friday. That was the reason for the bet, says Terry Knowles Band again. Honestly, Russell Brand is always come across as a really creep. He's funny though. He is funny. Eyes to see. Hello, how are you doing? Planets do not exist. Don't believe what you see from the satanic NASA. The planets, in my opinion, right, and you know how I feel about this, eyes to see. I think you do, if you're the same eyes to see that I've seen around for a long time now. Are you the one from David Banner's channel? Just let me know and I'll give you a wrench. I don't know what they are. I think they're just lights. You know, like, there was a video that I seen the other day that someone sent me, and I'm going to be showing it on my other channel, The Curious Bunny, because I don't do anything like that over here. We stick to politics and news and stuff, but I do have the other channel. And he said that he's looked for a telescope every day for 3 or 4 days, and the spots on the sun are in the same place. If we're spinning round it, I'm from David Banner's channel. No, you're not. All right, then what does he cover then? Yeah, anyway, so I'm getting distracted again, which is what happens when I read the live chat. I don't mean to, but I do get distracted quite easily. Like I say, short-term memory's not great. Just quickly as well, I'm not gonna talk too much about old Keir Starmer because he's the most horrendous person in the world right now. But I will, some good news, if you can call it that. Says Keir Starmer's poll rating has slumped to a new low. Now that's good news, surely. Anything that pisses him off is good news. His popularity has slumped to a new low in the wake of Labour's humiliating defeat in Gorton and Denton by-election. The latest Opium survey found the Prime Minister's net approval rating has dropped 5 points to -49, the lowest level since he took office. It is also lower than any rating achieved by his Tory predecessors, Rishi Sunak, Boris Johnson and Theresa May. I'm actually YouGov. People say, oh, whoever gets asked these polls. Well, I do, because I'm a member of YouGov and I've been for a few months now. So I answer all the polls. And you too can become a member of YouGov. Again, it's not an advert. But just to let you know, if you do become a pollster on YouGov, you earn points, you know. I should do a video on this, shouldn't I? You earn points. And when you get to 5,000 points, it'll take you about a year. You get a £50 voucher. Just saying. For anywhere you want, really. Well, not anywhere, but there's a lot of places you can... A lot. No major party leader enjoyed a positive rating, but Liberal Democrat leader was the most popular. -5. Green Party, Zach Polanski, -7. Tory leader, -8. And Nigel Farage, apparently, -13. So there you go. Anything that pisses off that horrible thing. I don't even know what he is. He's got nothing, has he? There's just nothing there. There's no emotion. There's not even, I've never known a politician have that little of anything about them. You know, there's no, I can't even think of the word really. Yeah, did Eyes to See come back to me? I think it's the same one. Earth is a close. Guys, Eyes to See, trust me. This channel, we don't cover that. But yes, I'm with you, darling. If it is you. I think it's you, but you haven't said yet if it's you or not. Right then, what else is going on? Obviously, I'm keeping an eye on the Iranian news all the time to see what's going on. Right, let's having a quick look. Now, this is another story that came out today that has been buried at the bottom of the news because of the Iranian stuff. Like I say, there are still things happening. We're just not being told them. We're just not seeing them. So, stab horror. Man in his 30s has died after being stabbed on a busy street in daylight, in broad daylight. Attackers' murder probe launched and 3 arrested. There's been a couple of stabbings, actually. You've not really heard much about it. Let me just get this up. Just going to put the sound on. And we're going to watch this. And dogs are snoring. Hilarious. Why can't I hear anything? Is there no sound? I don't think there's any audio. A man is fighting for his life. Bradford Village. It's weird, Bradford, because there are actually... I've got no audio. Has anybody else got any audio on that? Because unless mine's broke again. There are little villages in Bradford. My friend used to live by one. They detained 2 women. Did I just read that correctly? Hang on. Arrested a man 30 on suspicion of attempted murder. The force also detained 2 women, both aged 23, on suspicion of conspiracy to murder. What the hell? So I don't know what's going on there. There was also a security guard murders as well, so I'll be covering that in a moment. I think we've had an arrest now. So there's not much coming out other than the Iran stuff, but there are bits. Yeah, there are some little, look at this, like Bradford. You think of Bradford, the whole thing is just an absolute shithole. It's like little Pakistan in it, like Alan Rock in Brum. But there are little villages around there that are actually quite nice. It's weird. Understood the horror unfolded at the junction of Main Street and Iron Row in Burley in Wharfordale. So there are these little villages, look, little English little villages still knocking about. So they've got somebody. We've got another one here. Moment thug 22 stabs man at a train station before laughing during the address. So they've now got 4 of them remaining in custody. I don't know what's going on. I don't know the race or religion of those involved. I will have my suspicions. Now, I've just been talking to you about this security guard who has been murdered. This was yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, they do. You're right, Rebecca, there. Yeah. Right. Rebecca, I don't know if you've already answered this. And any new people, let me know. Where did you find me? I found the woman's name. Oh! Yes. Yes. Is that how you found me, Medusa? Found the woman's name. Yes, Rachel Booth. That was a really, 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 really bizarre one. Was that the lady who went for a run but ended up buying milk and a wine at like 1 a.m. without a car? So she's going to go for a run with milk and wine in her hand. Is that lady? I was waiting for the coroner's report and all that to come out, and I never heard anything else, but I will. You're okay, Bridget. Oh, darling, you know me. You know I don't tell you guys off for what you're saying in the chat. What you guys talk about, I'm not strict at all. You guys talk about whatever you want. I'm just about me. I'll get distracted and start talking about it. You guys are fine. It's me that gets distracted. So that's what I meant. Oh, well, thank you. I really and you've come in well. I appreciate that. We do shorts here. We do a few videos, do a lot of shorts, do live streams with news. Mostly UK. Are you in the UK, Rebecca? We do cover a little bit in the US as well. I just give my opinion on stuff, you know. And some of us have known each other for years. Some of us have only been coming in a few months. Everyone gets on. Oh, do you know what? I'm going to look into that, darling. So I have 3 channels, Rebecca. I have Penny Bunny. That's my biggest channel that we do. I do a lot of wildlife, pennies, bunnies, wildlife and pets. And I do all the animal stuff, and I look after hedgehogs and all that stuff. I've got my rescue bunnies on there and my animals. And then I've got the Curious Bunny. I'm a UK dweller. The Curious Bunny is where I talk about anything that is I say conspiratorial, interesting, bizarre. I do a bit of true crime, all sorts over there. And that's where I'm going to be doing my Epstein. I did a bit of Epstein on here. I'm taking it over there. So there's 3 of them, and you're welcome on all of them. Steve says it's all mind over matter, and we've got no mind, so it doesn't matter. I've never heard that before. Do you think Epstein files will be swept? They are being swept under the carpet, and this is my concern. I can't remember where I found you. It was ages ago. I think I had to resub to you. Yeah, I used to do them on Penny Bunny. Oh, hold on. Can anybody really help out Rebecca, please? If not, I'll do it at the end. And link Penny Bunny and the Curious Bunny, please. Rebecca's more than welcome into all of our streams. I do sometimes, and I'm going to start doing the odd panel as well. First of all, it's going to be for the members. The membership's 99p on here, and you can join it on the other ones as well. And we're going to do like a members only one where you can come up on the live stream and talk. You don't have to have your camera on, but if you feel a bit uncomfortable about it, at least you don't, the world's not watching. It's just a little group of us. But I might start doing a few more open shows where anyone can call in on a certain topic as well, like we used to do. The only thing is it ends up getting derailed and everyone talks over each other, So we're going to have to do one at a time, one calling at a time. Well, we'll choose a topic though. Okay. Anyway, going back to this poor guy here. Now, this is updated today. I think it happened yesterday. Security guard 52 stabbed to death inside shopping centre as man 50 is arrested and friends pay poignant tributes. 52 years old, doing his job. He was stabbed to death in a shopping centre in Milton Keynes. There he is there. 52 years old. Doing his job. Murdered. I don't know anything about, I say you'd have to go onto the local Facebook stuff. What I'll do is, if I'm doing a deeper dive, was somebody dropped the link, sorry. Ah, thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. Right. If no one's dropped them, I will drop them in a minute, okay? I appreciate that. Right, give me a few minutes. If anyone can drop Penny Bunny and the Curious Bunny, great. If you can't, I will do it before we go, Rebecca. If you need to go before the end, though, let me know and I'll do it. So, the medics desperately tried to save his life. Now, the man who died is named locally as Gary Stanley. And like I say, if I'm going to do a deeper dive, I will then go to like local Facebook groups, Reddit pages. If I'm going to like focus on one story. When I'm covering numerous stories on a news show, I obviously can't do deeper dives on one topic. So if I was going to cover this person's death, I would, you know, get local stuff up as well. So all we know at the moment is what we're reading on the mainstream media. Cops said the victim's next of kin have been informed and are being supported by specially trained family liaison officers. Oh, it's just awful. Stanley's brother told the Sun that the family was still in shock, did not want to comment at the moment. Gary has been murdered whilst doing his job protecting others. Taken an instant. So we don't know anything about the person that did it. All we know is he was 50. We don't know what religion, if he was another religion, or what was the motivation. Was it just a shoplifter? Was it someone that he knew? We don't know, and we won't know until the coroner's report comes out, I'm guessing. He was a gentle giant, a man who worked hard, loved deeply, and would help anyone without hesitation. We seem to be seeing that a lot lately. The good ones going. There was that guy as well, that street cleaner, Wayne. I forgot his last name. He was murdered by an asylum... No, not an asylum seeker, an illegal migrant. He murdered him for no reason. Again, he was named locally, and he was... Loads of people said he was a kind person. He would help anybody. And he was also murdered. Again, no reason. No reason. I can't get my head around how anyone can be so evil. I just hope they get they meet their maker when the time comes. Gary, who was affectionately known as Stan by some pals, understood to have left behind his wife, son, and 2 grandchildren. Another tribute read, I'm so gutted to find out the news that Gary was taken from us today. I worked alongside this kind man on the doors for many years, and he was always calm, fair and funny. How could anyone take your life like that while you were simply doing your job? So there's lots and lots here of people talking about how they'd known him, how they'd working with him. The police are saying early stages of the murder investigation. We've made 1 arrest and we are not looking for anybody else. There is no threat to the wider public. Famous last words, but so there you go. Right, let me just see whether Rebecca has the links she requires, and anybody else as well who wants to join us. Right. Brilliant. Nikki has shared the Curious Bunny. Thank you so much. This is why no one is safe. It's crazy. Yeah, shoplifting. Oh, thank you, Nikki. There you go. Thank you very much. I used to do a lot of deep dives on that one. They're still all up, but I decided to keep everything separate so that I was getting more politics people, and then I was doing animal content, and people were like, well, what are you? And even YouTube said to me, you need to choose a way of going. So I did. And a lot of people don't watch the old channel that much now, but the people that do, it's there for you. Thank you very much, Nikki. What horrible times we live in. It's depressing, isn't it? It really is. How long will we go? God, an hour and a half. Oh my goodness. I don't understand where the time goes. I really don't. Right, let me just see if there's anything else to cover before we go on to the last story. Oh yeah, again, we're going back to Iran because it still keeps on coming. These things keep coming through. This was very interesting. Hold on. The whole show is Iran themed because, excuse me, there's so much going on. But hang on, I am dipping in and out of other news. Ah, okay, interesting. I commented on a post asking if it was true, and I was told yes by Grok. So it's been deleted. Let me see if I can find another one. George is at the door now. Hold on a minute. If you're watching AI, George wants some food now. My dogs, I've got 2 little dogs, guys. They don't eat like normal dogs. They're not like normal dogs who just scoff everything down. They graze. And they didn't want their chicken earlier, so he's done it. He wants it now. So I'm hoping he comes in and sorts the dog out. All right, George, you're waiting for Daddy to come and sort it out so I can finish my show. Okay. Yeah, so this was insane. And I actually asked Grok to verify this as well. But apparently today, Iranian state TV has been hacked. And they've been... I'm going to show it you now. This is bonkers. Hang on a minute. George is going absolutely insane. Just bear with me one sec. And I'm just going to get this up for you. It's mad. Yeah, they have been... they've been hacked. They hacked Iranian state TV and played Netanyahu. I can't say his name properly. The Israeli leader. Like you, Penny, not normal. Who wants to be normal? Oh, well, thank you very much, Terry Knowles Band again. Right, let me just call him. Yeah, we cannot let the news drag us down, guys, which is why I always say try and be a little bit more positive. Eyes to See, are you from David Banner's channel? I'm totally with you, darling, but you're on the wrong channel. Right, let me just call him. Hang on. Just getting him now to come and sort the dog out. I think he's hungry. He's tapping at the door. Guys, you got to see this, right? So this was today. I actually asked Grok if this was real because I thought it was fake. Another post, but they've deleted that post now. Now, Channel 3 of the IRIB, which is the State Islamist TV, I did call you and message you. He's going nuts at the door. I think he wants his dinner. Oh. I think he wants his chicken now. He didn't want it earlier, so you warm it back up for him. Okay. So can you also stay with them as well? So has been hacked and is now broadcasting a message from Netanyahu, can't say that properly, to the Iranian nation, calling on people to overthrow the regime. Now, again, this is the second post I see. I didn't think it was real. I said to Grok, come on, is this real? And Grok said yes. Watch. You hacked. You warm it up. Look at this, folks. This is amazing, isn't it?
شبکه 3 هک شد
You imagine, right, you sat there watching the telly in Iran, and this guy comes on and tells you to overthrow the fucking... Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't laugh because it's absolute hell what these people are going through, and I'm not laughing at what they're going through. It tickled me that they've done this, and honestly, I asked Grok if it's true. This person has also asked Grok if it's true. Grok confirmed it's true. Look, yes, it's true. Videos and reports from today confirm that the IRIB Channel 3 Iranian state TV was briefly hacked amid ongoing US Israel strikes on Iran. It aired Netanyahu speaking in Persian, urging Iranians to overthrow the regime with subtitles and related footage. Control was quickly restored, but clips spread widely on X. So there you go. It is true. But the person who originally posted the first clip, not this one, it's gone, deleted it. Because I actually said, Grok, is this true? Yeah, I'll show you now. So there you go. I just find that absolutely bonkers. You know the way you see these movies when the aliens invade and stuff, and then you see the aliens taking over the TV. Yeah, there you go. Look, see, this post was deleted by its author. There's me. Grok, is this true? And Grok replied. Oh, I hate it when it does that on Twitter. I don't know how you read the replies, because it just comes up with... Oh, anyway. That's my Twitter, by the way, guys. I'm not verified anymore, but if you want to follow me on Twitter, I do try and do a bit more on Twitter these days. Right, back into the live chat. What are people saying? Wild, I know. Eyes to See is still on about the... Eyes to See. This channel doesn't talk about that, okay? I am with you, but we don't cover that on here. We cover it on the Curious Bunny. I think you're the one that I know from years ago. But the thing is, we're talking about politics and news and all that stuff, right? I used to love guys with long hair years ago, says Saskia. Yeah, sleeper cells everywhere. Let me just get that comment up. I can't believe I can go back now. It's so good I can go back now. So you think the stars are real? Comets and shooting stars. Look, I'm going to get distracted now. Wow, like that shit wouldn't happen. Had been locked down. It's madness, isn't it? It hackers apparently. Well, you guys, thank you very much. You guys keep me sane also. Can you stay with them, please? I'll be coming off short. I've been on over an hour and a half. The time does really, really fly when you're having fun. I will also be after a P1000. I do really want one. I really do. Want the first thing? Yeah, you would think so, Rebecca. Yeah. Oh, okay, darling. That's what I apologise for. And you said we can talk about anything. Oh, no. You don't. You guys can. Oh, I thought they were just talking to me. Ah, I just get distracted, Bridget. That's all. Oh, if you're talking to them, that's fine. I thought they were just spamming chat with constant flat Earth stuff. That's what. I had long hair as a teenager. Right, one more story then. I try and keep things a little bit half sane. It's hard to in today's day and age. Oh, we've got an egg stain story. Sorry, that I found buried at the bottom of the sun. They are trying to bury this now. They really are. Mr. Enoch is in the house. Hello. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Big up. Another Anglo-Saxon brother from another mother in the chat right there. Where's Anglo-Saxon these days? Anglo-Saxon, the channel's called that. Not seen him for a while. Anglo-Saxon, if you're watching, I hope you're okay. Right. Okay. Yeah, this is another egg stain story. Okay, and apparently we've just hit the tip of the iceberg on this. I'm going to be going down the rabbit holes on my other channels. I'm going to have fun with this because this is something that we can really get our teeth into. Even though it's horrible, it needs to come out. The darkness needs to come to light. I've been talking about this for years and years and years, and now everyone's talking about it. All of this is true. This was going on. We haven't even got onto the ranch yet or the New York apartment. But look at this, guys. Devil's Lair. Sloppy investigators ignored my calls to seize Eggstain's ranch. Now, apparently they've got bodies buried there. Just popping the link in now so you can go and check it out yourself. This story is from today. It's a new story. Not a news story. It's a new story. There he is. There's Eggstein. Look at this. Look at that ranch. Have you seen this, guys? Look to this circle again. He's got that weird sundial as well, hasn't he, on his island? It's always the circles. I hope AI sat with these dogs because they're up again now. He had 2 dogs. What are they called now, those dogs? Is it some sort of... Is it a Newfoundland? I can't remember. So we haven't even got going on this. But look at this. Police were urged to seize Eggstein's secluded ranch and search it before his death. Hector Balderas said sloppy investigators may have missed the chance to uncover crucial evidence lost or destroyed in the years since. There he is. A lot of people are saying that he was a female to male. And that's why he has an egg-stained Mr. Winky. Because it was a stick-on one. He's back again. George is back again at the door. And AI is nowhere to be seen. Oh, yeah, was it Zorro it was called? Zorro Ranch, I think it was called. How's everyone doing in the chat as well? We're going to be going in a minute. I've got one more story for you. Right, there's been a... Right, okay, guys, we've got breaking news. RAF base in Cyprus has been attacked. Reports of a blast near the British Air Force base in Cyprus. I did say I'd interrupt for anything going on. I can't believe he's come in and he's gone again, Mile B. Honestly, you can't get the staff. I know, George. You think he wants me to give him the chicken? I think that's what it is. He wants me to do it. He won't eat it himself. Hold on. Can you hear him tapping on the thing? He wants... All right, listen. Daddy offered to give you the chicken and you didn't want it from him. You want Mummy to do it. Right, my babies want me. Honestly, did you hear him tapping then, Claire Bear? Tap, tap, tap. It's what he does. He taps on things when he wants something. I'll be taking you for your second walk soon, won't I? He has access to the garden all the time. He has 2 walks a day. He's a spoilt baby. He only eats cooked meat. He doesn't eat dog food. A huge Z sat on top of the entrance to the estate. Look at this. Look at this. You've got... Why won't you let me make it bigger? It won't... This here just stands out to me like the sundial did. Yeah, he's going around tapping doors now. An aerial view on the 15th of July 2019. So that was after his arrest, but before his death. I know you can't get the staff, can you? God's sake. I can't believe I just don't go until I've finished. He walks off again. Men. Speed and resources are absolute necessities. Oh, there you are. He's going nuts again. You going outside? Okay. Right, he's going to pop outside. I think he wants me to feed him. I don't know. Yeah. But I got one more thing to go. Guys, I just want to interrupt this a minute because there's stuff going on we need to get to. Just bear with me a sec. It's breaking news now. Yeah, RAF bases. Hang on a minute. Right, it's unconfirmed reports, okay? Unconfirmed that RAF bases have been hit. So let me just see before we continue with this, because Hubby's here now. Have you heard about this? Yeah.
From Cyprus.
Yeah. I heard they were going for it earlier, but nothing had actually got through. Okay. guys, let me just grab this up now. I did say I would interrupt our normal viewing. Right. Here we go. I'm just going to take this off for 1 sec, all right? We're going to go straight back to egg stain. Yeah, have you got any pets? We love animals over here. Right, look at this, folks. Worst paper ever, The Guardian. Sorry for the rag. Right, one Eurofighter Typhoon seen up from RAF Akateria in Cyprus following reports of a possible drone strike. So this is flight radar. I've got flight radar as well, so I'll have a look in a minute. We've got, do you know what? They've been saying this for years. We're having so much over the top of us as well, these planes constantly. So here we go. Explode. Oh gosh, it's updated whilst I've been 24 seconds ago. Explosion reported at RAF Akateria. Breaking, a suspected plane crash. What? At the former British Royal Air Force Base in Akatoria. What's this, guys? It's unverified. Okay, 34 seconds ago, we've got some footage now. What's going on here? Right. Okay, so this was apparently a live webcam at this airbase. Isn't the internet amazing, though? You know, we go on about technology and now we want to go back to the good old days. But if it wasn't for technology, we wouldn't all have met each other. I wouldn't have even met my hubby. Okay, there's not much there, but yeah, so I'm going to keep an eye on this, obviously. Cyprus RAF airbase attacked while useless bastard Keir Starmer and Liber yeah, exactly. Well said, this person. So there we go. It looks like they've taken us out. Well, it looks like a plane has crashed. I'm not quite sure. It's shocking. They should be looking after our own, you know, strategic places. Right, so Grok has said it isn't confirmed. Well, UK Defence Secretary John Healey has stated that Iranian missiles were fired, but that was earlier today. This has just happened now. So we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, I will be updating constantly my YouTube community tab. I do put a lot of stuff on there. I love animals. You guys know this. I've been rescuing bunnies since I was 21. And that was, how long ago was that now? I'm getting old. 24 years ago. I have 4 now. I had a lot more, but as they've got older and older, it's just been more difficult to take any more on. So I do more for wildlife now. More hedgehog watch tonight because we've had 3 poorly ones. Anyway, all that is on my other channel. You're going to see Steve's release as well that I'll film soon as well. So we've done Derek. Not only is this the most atrocious human trafficking case, back to egg stain, the lawyer who launched the probe into the ranch while serving as New Mexico's Attorney General from 2015 to 2023 believes that wealthy elites who were guests could still face prosecution. I should think so as well. Now, this story here is so disturbing, but likely very, very true. Eggstain's last refuge ranch with buried bodies and celeb guests as full scale of horror is yet to be revealed. Honestly, this was a week ago after more of the files. I haven't even had a chance to continue the file search. There's so many. This is going to be going on for the next year or two. People just finding stuff. There's too much in there. There was so much taken out. And what about what we covered the other day? Do you remember what we covered on the last show? That during the Super Bowl in 2023, the FBI reported, and it's in the Eggstein files, that they were hacked. The FBI were hacked, and 5 terabytes of Eggstein related stuff was removed. They got 4 terabytes back, but there's still a terabyte missing. What was in there is the question. Bunny Butt Friday. Google Chrome, just tell me how you know us. That's all I ask. Oh, you're an animal lover. I'm looking at your channel now. I'm subbing to you. I'm subbing to you now, darling. You're an animal lover too. Yeah, Penny Bunny channel. There's lots on there. Lots and lots. It does go so deep. Yeah, Bridget Blaine, I agree. It's somewhere, isn't it? So, having largely flown under the radar for decades, Zoe Ranch is now the subject of a full criminal investigation. Did anyone find out what them dogs are called? Let's not forget that Virginia Giuffre did not kill herself, guys. We were talking about this in the weeks before, Rebecca, that they were going to try and kill her, and they did. Now, he reckons that there's... look at this, guys. 2019 probe into the ranch was halted. So he was Attorney General at the time, and it was halted when he died. There will be missed opportunities for accountability where victims will have ultimately paid the price. Prosecutors are barely learning to understand how heinous and how much violence and exploitation took place throughout the decades. Bodies of young women being buried on the grounds, sexual abuse, concealing evidence are among the allegations plaguing even the Shady Ranch. The island was just the tip of the iceberg. Curiously, two renowned lawyers for victims of the twisted pedo had no information on the farm when asked by The Sun. Have you seen some of this as well, guys? Look at this. Mystery barn. He built a secret incinerator at secluded ranch, now at the centre of the new probe. Isn't it awful, guys? It's just awful. It goes so deep, which is why I've decided to keep it on my Curious Bunny channel for now, because there's just too much. Right, one more story to go. Again, I try and do one that isn't, normal, shall we say. Try and do something a little bit different that isn't running with the horrendous, depressing news that we're so used to seeing. This intrigued me. It's in the Daily Fail, so apologies for that. And it's a lost Amazonian tribe. I found this when I seen it, it's like Curious Bunny type stuff, this, isn't it? So it says here, the truth about extraordinary viral video of spear-wielding, uncontacted Amazon tribe walking out of the jungle. I was there. Here's what really happened and the devastating outcome a year on. I think I remember covering this at the time. Oh, we're not going to let us watch it because it's a you got to pay. Oh, for God's sake. You can watch the video though. Fascinating, this stuff.
Winter
Oh, we've
doesn't
got an
follow a
ad.
plan. Book direct and enjoy the freedom of
Other
Hertz.
car companies
Reserve
are
online at
available.
hertz.co.uk or on the app.
This is madness, isn't it? Amazonian tribe, look. I love shit like this though. Oh, what, the camera's a bit perfect. Survival International, apparently. It's not even like a drone, is it? It's like a set camera. And to find out what happened after this, I have to go and pay to be a Daily Fail member. It's not happening. Not happening. Do they know they're being watched? They should set a webcam up, a 24-hour webcam. Do you remember when we used to do that? I used to love doing them. We should start doing them again as well. Do you remember them, Bridget Blaine? When we used to do the webcams. I paid for the year to watch all the webcams. I had access to all the webcams. Oh, well, thank you, Rebecca. I'm so glad you've come in. If you come back next time, I'll give you a blue colour. Yeah. Yeah, no diversity for them, says Lee. They will survive as the common. I can't speak tonight, honestly. The hedgehogs are yeah. So just a really quick update on hedgehogs before we go, so we're not left on depressing news. We released Derek and Steve. One of them had the dreaded thorny-headed worm, which is usually a killer. It burrows through their intestine and attaches itself. Well, no, Derek survived, and Steve, through 3 months of hospital care. We released them on Sunday, and then we ended up with the council have destroyed a big overgrowth, and they've ripped all the bottom out. I'm going to go and ring them up tomorrow and put a massive complaint in. Disturbed a group of hedgehogs who are now wandering around too early and quite poorly. So we've got 3 at the moment we're taking in this week: Alan, Julie, and Barry. We have to name them. The rescue you have to name them because they need a name, obviously. And then there's another one that's poorly because we watch them on the cameras. Yeah, I'm feeding the cat. Yeah, and do you know what? I hadn't fed it by about 6:30, and it's come and started eating the hedgehog food. So Al's gone out and fed the cat. I have to. I can't believe I caught you. I know, I'm so glad you came in. I'm so sad to see hogs coming out of hibernation. But we do our best. We feed them. We've got 3 feeding stations. We feed all the wild birds as well. And we watch them on the cameras. And obviously when we see one and we hear one chesty and we're covered in ticks, contact the rescue. The hospital rescue place, say like, what do you think? Do I bring this one in or do I leave it? And they'll say, bring it in. Yeah, the cat kept on, a new neighbourhood cat, I think it's a feral cat, kept on stealing the hedgehog food. I also feed a family of wood mice, and I don't want the cat getting them. So I put the food across the road for the cat, away from the garden, and the cat stays out of my garden and he gets fed, and everyone's a winner apart from me having to pay for cat food on top of all the wildlife stuff. Guys, just while me are just mentioning that, I'm going to drop my wish list if that's okay for all the wildlife stuff, because people do still say to me all the time, where's your wish, I can't speak, where's your wish list, Penny? You don't post it anymore. So I'm going to post that now. Hang on. I do need to add more stuff to it. Oh, really? Can you say where you are? You don't have to say exactly where you are, but can you say like the area? I'm in North Yorkshire, North East Yorkshire. Originally from Birmingham, but now I'm in North East Yorkshire. Here's my wish list with lots of stuff on for the animals. Rescue bunnies as well, and wildlife and stuff. There you go. Right then, yeah, animals are much better than humans, unless you get called humans. Oh, well, thank you, Saskia. I really appreciate that. I feed 6 munkjacks. What's a munkjack? During winter months, and birds got a pigeon called Party Pete, the pigeon that sits. Oh, phenomenon. Phenomenon. I don't know what a munkjack is. Oh, really? Oh, that's so cute. I wish we had that. We live in a tiny little town that's not much bigger than a village, so we don't have that. But yeah, I feed jackdaws. Yeah, a beloved dog will never let you down. Georgie, you want mummy to feed you your tick? Yeah. If you go over to the Penny Bunny channel, well, it's called Penny's Bunnies, Wildlife and Pets now because I cover so much, you'll see my little 2 dogs as well, my little Japanese chins. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. This has been a long one. Gosh, nearly 2 hours of me talking. Your ears will be falling off. Would you like me to do another show tomorrow night with the latest on what's going on in Iran? If you do, let me know. I had a whole gorgeous community of wildlife visiting my old house, couple of hog families, squiz fam. Ah. Yeah, I love them. I got a squirrel, got a couple of squirrels. We didn't have a squirrel for years. I'd never seen one up here. We don't have any foxes though, because I'm quite rural. There's no foxes. They've all been killed. Good night, Saskia. Try and stay safe. Guys, if you're feeling down, South Yorkshire, I'm up by the Yorkshire Wold, Rebecca. Oh my God, the amount of birds we get as well. I can talk about animals all bloody night. Yeah. Would you like me to pop on? Yeah. Okay. Tamsin says yes, that she's interested in Iran. Yeah. Okay, guys, I will pop on tomorrow night with all the latest. Whenever you're on, Penny, and I'm home, I join you. I know you do, darling. Thank you so much. Yes, the Jim Carrey stuff. I'm on it, darling. I'm on it. I want to do a video. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad you found us, Rebecca. Come back. And Claire Bear as well. Claire Bear came in. You guys just all amazing. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And I'll pop on tomorrow because I think I'm not doing anything tomorrow. Let me just check. Nope. I'm not out at all tomorrow, so I will be on. I'll be on. What time shall I come on? The same again? Do you prefer it a bit later? Or do you want me to come on about 8? Let me know what you think. Let me know in the comment section if you're watching on the replay. Pick up the replay crew. 8, 9, is there a time? Obviously, I've got to be careful because I can't really guarantee because I've got to take George out and feed and the child. I've got a child as well who I've got to get ready for bed and all this other stuff. So I can never guarantee a time ever, but I can try. I've noticed a bit later people seem to come in more. Yeah, we'll go for 9. 8:30 says Lovely Jubbly. Between 8:30 and 9, depending. If I do 9, everything's done then usually. So any time you can do. Well, the replays are always up anyway. Sometimes I put them on members only, but they usually go on for everybody, unless we're talking about a certain subject that I'd rather keep for members. Okay, guys, good night. Lots of love. Terry Noel says 9 p.m. Good night, guys. Take care. God bless, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.